to school, everyone. Welcome to school, everyone. Hope you have a lot of fun. Hope you have a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Jordan Alexander. I'm a grade 6 student, and I like Holy Family because it's a place where I can learn and where our school comes together. I find Holy Family special because it's a loving atmosphere. And the reason it's difficult at Holy Family is because there's water leaking from the roofs when we're trying to concentrate, and it's not clean water, it's dirty brown water.
You know, I came in one morning and we look at, an accumulation of snow and ice and the melting that occurred, and I was missing tiles in my ceiling because it had leaked over the weekend and the plaster had completely crumbled. I had to teach for almost 2 weeks with a bucket in the middle of my classroom that collected plaster. It collected water that was brown and gray in color.
This building is bursting with love, but with all of the amazing things that we have happening here every day, there are barriers. So over the years, we've had many iterations to this building. It began in the 1930s with the upper hall, an extension that then came in the 1950s, this lower hall in the 70s, and then in the 80s with the music room. And with all of that, we've been able to manage and change what's been happening with our growing population. We've grown from a kindergarten to grade 9 school to also include up to grade 12. And it also has included some programming issues and concerns.
Some of our educational barriers include the fluctuation temperatures when you go from upstairs to downstairs. You don't know if you have to wear a coat in one class or another. And the clanking pipes in classrooms is another problem because you can't understand teachers sometimes. It gets so loud when the classroom is starting to heat up, and that's distracting to our learning. Because our gym isn't a regulatory size, we can't host any tournaments or even games. Because the vents on the walls have sharp edges, kids have cut themselves in the past, so that's a safety concern. And the tiles on the roof have been falling or aren't entirely stable, and they need repair jobs once every so often.
Most importantly, for accessibility and inclusion for all of our students, is to be able to have a ramp, to have concrete that's not cracking off of our back steps and making it unsafe, to not have to fill cracks and crevices where insects are coming in. All of those things would make this more of a welcoming environment. And then into programming for our high school students. So having a common area where our high school students can convene and socialize, a gym where they can compete athletically, and a shop that would allow them to excel at their best, especially for rural Albertan students. These are things that they deserve, and a new school is what we need to do it.
With that being said, we have a resilient nature here at Holy Family. We kind of roll with the punches, but a new building would really greatly impact the quality of learning that I'm able to provide for my students here.
We always tell our new families coming in is that Holy Family, if you attend Holy Family, you are a part of our family. The school is a family too.
And this is such a special school in that when you come into it, you are welcomed like a family. And there's those reminders in everything that we do, those visual reminders, right, of what would Jesus do, and Jesus is the reason for the school. But not only are those visual reminders there, but it's really in the heart of everything that we do. And so I think also that speaks to the resiliency that we have here because we are such a family, and that Catholic way of helping others, right, and never wanting to ask for more, but the students do deserve more here. They really do.
The biggest concerns with our Holy Family School is virtually the age of the building. Our foundation is crumbling and water is coming up through the cracks in the concrete floor in the basement. We'd like to install weeping tile, but I've had an engineer recommend against it because the walls may collapse when we dig around the outside of the building.
Our student council has been working to address these situations for years, and we feel unheard. There are cracks in the foundations, and the stucco is falling off the outside of the school. Along with many other problems, we are asking for your support because our district has given everything it has.
I think if our school wasn't here, our community would be like broken because we wouldn't have everyone together.